Lock and play.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
No.
I think it's going to be really difficult. It's based on history. You would expect that Colin wins this set 4-0. That's just based on history. I'm not making any kind of accusations. I'm saying that's just the history.
Right.
So there's a big hurdle here for Jacob Munoz. The thing I would say about that, though, is that Jacob Munoz is an insanely aggressive fighter on the table, and he doesn't give up. His last match here,
Centerline click pens.
he had too much variety, is what I was saying.
That's fine.
It was just he would hit one shot that was like a weapon type shot, maybe a cross straight, and then immediately go to another kind of awkward, weird shot, maybe an off speed or just something, and then maybe do 2 or 3 or 4 of those. And then you look at the way he played Jacob Weissman just now, and he played masterfully, and he was using 3 shots, and that's an air hockey attack.
Yeah, that would be a Mark Robbins question.
Yep.
So can he find his 3 shots against Colin? Does he take the lessons from the match with Jacob into the finals?
Yeah, I would hope so. I mean, I think everybody wants, not that everybody wants Colin to lose, but I think everybody wants Colin to be pushed to the brink, if not beaten, to have some new blood.
Sure.
In the sport.
Absolutely.
Because, obviously you win and you win and you win. It just kind of gets old. We don't come here to play for second, right? So everybody comes to play for first.
Right.
So
well, and
tournament procedure.
You said we don't want Colin to lose. No, I don't want Colin to lose because he's a nice guy and he's our champion. But I do want him to lose because it's good for the sport to have some vitality, to have,
Exactly.
And losing a tournament doesn't mean he's not going to win the next one.
Very true.
So, maybe being pushed is losing a tournament, and then he comes and he wins a couple more after that or even longer.
And I want to point something out, actually. So Munoz and Colin have actually played in I think a Texas State or Houston City finals, I think, maybe like a year or 2 ago. Yeah. And Munoz actually stepped up and took a couple games.
I do recall him giving him a fight once.
Gave him a very strong fight and took Colin by surprise.
Yeah.
So it was by surprise.
Well,
so like I said, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
See what happens.
I want to see 7 games this first set.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
And I would like
challenge matches. It's 1
to
minute
see more air hockey after that. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, that would only lead
to one. And then at the end of
conclusion.
that set, I'm either man.
Okay.
I just want a great match of air hockey and potentially another great match of air hockey.
Yeah. I could absolutely agree with that sentiment, and that would be amazing. And add to obviously some great air hockey that we already have been recording from this entire weekend. Great matches. I can't even begin to recall all of them. I mean, it seemed like every other match, if not every one, was going down to the wire. 7th game, just intense. Nothing but positive energy. Powerful stuff. So it's been a pleasure. It's been so much fun. And I loved hearing how Jimmy was talking about the fact that it's been a while since he's been here for an entire event, and even without playing, he said this is the most fun he's had, and he can't even recall how long. And it goes back to the question that you asked me last year when I did nothing but the refereeing, and that I still enjoyed it even though I didn't get to compete. And of course the answer was hell yes. So I said,
yes, absolutely.
Start early if they're ready.
All good stuff.
All right.
Okay.
Got 7 minutes if you want it, or we can start.
Looks like these guys are ready to go. They are going to go now. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, this is the 2024 Air Hockey World Championship. This is the finals.
One face-off heard. All right, gentlemen, welcome to the finals.
Colin Cummings
Single face-off
versus Jacob
On my release, the
Munoz.
puck is in play. Possession starts to my left.
Possession won by Colin Cummings. Opens up with the right wall under, blocked by Munoz. Great block. Good get by Munoz. Get his first offensive possession. Just off the mark there. Cross attempt.
1-0.
Hard, blistering right wall under by the champ, Colin Cummings. Colin is our defending 11-time world champion.
1-1.
Beautiful cut straight by Munoz.
Charge.
Amazing shot. Colin is our defending right here time play.
1-1.
Beautiful cut
Take a
straight.
break.
The defense of Colin. Colin with the puck.
2-1.
Left wall under. Yeah, strong shot as well.
Colin has a left wall under and a right wall
2-2.
shot and a right wall under from pretty much the same spot on the table, and he
Off
uses his
the table,
wrist
Jacob's
pretty
puck
much
scores 2-2.
exclusively to hit them.
Right, sir.
Yeah, blistering
Play.
fast. Very deceptive.
Yeah,
Great
when
get.
you can just use your wrist, that's nasty.
Nice
3-2.
forehand cross by Munoz. And a great block. That's what's even more
use your
important.
wrist.
Yeah.
Again, another shot.
Nasty.
Nice.
Wow.
Munoz coming here to play today. He's not going to be, this moment's not going to be too big for him. He said he's going after him.
3-4.
4-3 now.
5-3.
Another cross straight by
Christ.
Munoz. He's up 5-3.
Well, Munoz has been going to the
Right
cross.
wall
Five.
under. Collins answering. Munoz with the puck.
Over.
I think that
Great
was probably
call.
a good call.
Great call by the referee, Brian Casada. And
Game
a
point
cross
4.
straight. Now game point 4 for Munoz. Great block and a great get by Munoz. And a beautiful left wall over to take game 1.
Holy cannoli.
A
That
great
was
get by
amazing.
Munoz.
It really was.
Wow. And a
And
beautiful
if you
left
look at
wall.
what
Great
he
get by
did that
Munoz.
game,
And a beautiful left.
against Colin, what he had been doing to Jacob, not necessarily the same shots, but he stuck with something. He actually hit him over and over with that cross, got him,
Yes.
really weak on that side, and then goes for the off-speed over.
Puck starts on my left.
Brilliantly played.
Great.
These guys don't need
Play.
much of a break. They're already starting game 2. We'll see if Munoz can continue this pace. Super impressed with the defense that Munoz has showed so far throughout this entire tournament. Great block again by Munoz. Little rush shot there.
Yeah, those are inaccurate.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
not getting behind the mallet.
Great defense by both players there. Look at the transition by both these guys. They are both capable of touching any puck on the table. Great get.
Don't see.
I like the fact that he slowed it down.
Yes, I was going to say if
Yep.
he didn't,
Great block there by
I think
Munoz.
Munoz needs to go to what he was working on last game.
Yep.
Get that cross going.
Yep, yep. Good shot there. Good off goal. Beautiful
1-0.
right wall over by Munoz. Go up 1-0. Oof. Close. Off goal. Beautiful
1-0.
right wall over by Munoz. Go up 1-0. Off goal. Beautiful
1-0.
right wall over by there. Munoz ends up with the puck and hits him with the
2-0.
cross.
There's the
straight.
cross.
2-0 now.
It's an interesting way he delivers that cross. It looks like it's going to be a cut.
Great
Jacob's
block
puck,
by
2-0.
Munoz now.
Right.
To me, it always
Play.
starts and ends with defense.
Well,
We'll talk about that later. Good block there by Colin.
Collins puck. 2-0. Right. Play.
Colin's possession.
Sandy, please.
Guys are wailing at the puck.
Scores 2-0.
Easily gets chipped. So they got to sand it down, make it nice and smooth once again.
Play.
All right. Colin with the puck. Good block again by Munoz. Great get by Colin. It's just effortless when he does it. Cut straight by Colin.
Excellent shot.
Amazing shot. Good
So
tip there.
now Colin's going to block the cross.
Yep, cut
So I
straight
wonder
away.
if Munoz will adjust.
Off the transition now, 2-2. Oof, so close. It looked like Colin got just enough of that left wall bank. 2-2. Hard right wall bank by Colin to take the lead at 3-2. Wow, transition by Colin there, up 4-2. Right wall over by Munoz there, masterful transition. He needed it now, followed with a good block by Munoz. Wow. Colin is up 4-3, Munoz though with the puck. See if he can tie it. There it is, another right wall from Munoz. Good block by Munoz there on the left wall bank by Colin. Little bit of a
Bad shot
lazy
selection.
Yep.
And Colin with an easy.
Made him pay. Good job getting that puck back.
Yeah, Munoz is doing this too much variety type thing.
Almost to the right wall over attempt there. 5-4.
Needs to go back to the cross.
All right. That'll be Munoz's puck.
Ready.
This cross is amazing against Colin because it looks like a cut.
Yes. So well done. Colin retains possession. Couldn't quite corral that one. Across straight by Colin. Now game point 4. Jacob stays in this game here now, 6-5. Colin with a power straight, 7-5. Colin ties this set at 1 apiece. Colin is game here now, 6-5. Colin with a power this game here now, 6-5. Colin with Jacob's definitely making him work. But I don't think he wants to do just that. I think he wants to actually take it.
Yes.
All right, about to start game 3 here.
Puck starts on my left.
1 game apiece. Again, if you're just joining us, this is the finals of the 2024 Air Hockey World Championship, brought to you by Centerline Pro Air Hockey. We are here in Baytown, Texas, on Puck Island.
I got
myself, Danny Hynes, and Tim Weissman here.
25 seconds left in the first minute.
Bringing you this match. A moment in history.
So what it looked like to me is that Munoz got that. Try to be super creative, throw lots of different shots at him, or maybe he was worried about shooting the cross again because he thought because he had hit it before that it was going to get blocked. You need to make your opponent prove they can block a shot.
Yes.
You can't just imagine they're going to block it.
Right. Absolutely. You just keep coming at it. And even after they block it once or twice, you still make them worry about it.
Yeah.
You just keep coming at back and forth transition. And even after they block it once or twice, you still. Right wall under by Colin, now up 2-0. Munoz has got to kind of find that fire. He called timeout to regain that composure a little. Okay, left wall under attempt, blocked. Colin's giving a little different look here. Right of center. Hit a right wall over out of that.
Well, okay, so he went for the cross, so good on him. And he got blocked. So
4-0. Hard right wall under by Colin. He's now up 4-0.
He knows that he's got to now do something else because Colin is aware of it and looking for it.
Yeah. All speed.
5-0.
I haven't found
Colin handled it very easily.
Yeah, I haven't found those shots to work well against Colin.
Yeah.
Off the table.
Good. Colin has
Spot.
great
5-0.
discipline on defense, and he's just so quick.
Play.
Now 5-0. Beautiful
1-5.
right wall
Nice.
over by Munoz. He's got to battle back here.
Yeah, at least go into the next game with some momentum.
Yes.
Try to come back, but at least get some momentum.
Cut
10.1.
straight by Colin to go up game point 1.
2-6.
Forehand straight by Munoz. Another
3-6.
straight, cut straight from Munoz now, 6-3.
Game
Cut straight
7-3.
from Colin, so now 7-3. Colin's up 2 games to 1.
Yeah, really looked like Colin obviously
3.
was in complete control
It's
that
in
game.
the mic. It's on the
Cut
mic.
straight
7-3.
from Colin, so now 3.
Munoz.
2 minutes heard.
It seems like he's being tentative with an attack that has been working for him. I agree. I would think that he probably should throw in something other than the cross now
Ultimates.
because Colin's looking at it.
Yeah, yeah.
But I wouldn't completely go away from it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's got to show some creativeness, but at the same time, he's got to show some persistence on these shots.
Right.
And just, hit him
Yes.
with authority.
Sure. And
just-
sometimes you have to try a couple times
Yep.
just to get the timing right,
Right.
based on how they're reacting.
Yeah. The biggest thing is, for me, it's like, okay, you know what? It's an intense match. Bring up your intensity on defense and match what's going on, Right now, Colin is
minute
smelling
remaining.
blood in the water, after that
Yeah.
last game. He's 2 games away from this, unprecedented 12th World Championship. I mean, Jacob.
No, it's precedented. Jesse has 12.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yes.
Jesse
Yeah,
has
he
12.
said full two.
So,
It can be 2 every game.
it's a
if-
great feat for him. But at the same time,
it's insane.
Jacob's got to, step up here and
Yeah.
and meet that intensity
Yeah,
if he's going to stand a chance.
30 seconds.
So the first game was great, but since then we haven't seen much.
Right.
So. All right. Here we go.
Yeah. See if Jacob can pull it together. Find his attack.
Yeah.
He's got to find
Right.
an attack.
Point.
3 shots. 3 shots that all work well together against Colin.
Collins puck, 0-0.
Cut straight attempt, and Colin was
Pressure.
all over that
What?
shot, knocked it off the table, so now he has the puck. Came right at him with a cut straight attack. Jacob was there. Hard
1-0.
right wall bank, ended up going over the mallet
Yeah.
there. Good
Yeah, so-
strong shot. 1-0.
You just look at the way Colin hits his right wall and his left wall.
2-0.
Unforced error.
He
committed
uses the
there.
mallet like a hammer.
Yeah.
He hammers the puck on both sides.
3-0.
3-0 now, Colin. Colin seems like he's freewheeling a little bit now at this point.
Yeah.
Hitting some
3-0.
forehands, kind of really whatever he
Right.
is in the mood
Right.
to hit, it seems. Good charge there. Good get.
Nice get.
Yeah.
But he just,
Got to set it up.
I don't think the forehand cut is your
4-0.
shot. Why are you know what I mean? Why shoot a forehand cut shot unless that's part of your attack?
Yeah. Now 4-0.
Okay,
Beautiful
that,
level
that can
over.
work with
Yep.
his cross.
5-1.
Another right wall over hit by
Acknowledged.
Colin. Now takes a 5-1 lead. Very commanding lead.
Commanding.
Yeah. Another timeout called by
10
Munoz.
seconds,
Good
right.
timeout.
Play.
The room is quiet in anticipation here. Everyone here waiting for that moment.
6-1.
He's got a lot of those. I mean, his
Yeah.
shots are just so crisp and powerful.
Yep.
Very few finesse.
Another off-speed attempt by Jacob there.
2-6.
Nice.
All right, 6-2.
Game.
And that's 7-2 now. Colin is
3 games to 1.
game away.
2-6.
All right, 6-2.
Wow.
And that's 7 right wall bank. Jacob's got to fight really hard with everything he's got on the table right now. Colin has definitely been in control of this match. Again, if you're joining us, this is the finals of the 2024 Air Hockey World Championship, brought to you by Centerline Pro Air Hockey. You can find us on Centerline, thecenterline.shop. Find us on YouTube. Find us on Facebook.
.shop.
Yeah, the Centerline. .shop.
And on YouTube, just go to the Centerline.
Instagram.
That's
Facebook.
right. Yes, all of them.
All kinds of social media stuff. All right. Again, we were watching the defending world champion Colin Cummings, looking strong, looking unbeatable right now. He's up 3 games to 1 on Jacob Munoz. The crowd is watching. You know, they want to see a miracle here. They you know, we've seen Colin win year after year, and it just seems like there's no answer for what that man is bringing on the table.
Yeah, I mean, that's the truth.
30 seconds.
You know, the field has not presented. I mean, last year, let's be honest, Jacob presented a pretty strong challenge to him. It was a great,
good final.
But other than that final, it seems like Colin has not had any
real challenge.
True challenge.
Yep.
So,
all right. Looks like we're now about to start.
All right, that is 2
Game
minutes. The game count is 3
5.
games to 1. Puck starts on my
Colin
left.
up 3 games to 1, a possible
On the
tournament
table. Puck on the
game
table, please. Thank you.
for
Ready.
Colin Cummings.
Play.
oh,
Beautiful.
There we go.
Ball bank by
that
Munoz.
will work with the cross.
Absolutely.
That's literally the cross's
Hard
twin
right
sister.
wall under by Colin there. To tie it at 1 apiece.
I like that. I like what I saw there.
Yep.
Yes.
Again,
this is an
beautiful
attack.
left wall.
I hope he realizes it.
Yes. Another right
So
wall
hard to block
bank.
Colin.
Yep. 2-2.
So you do have to score a lot.
Yes. At an efficient rate.
Jacob's puck 2-2.
Great call by the referee there. That was fluttering from the block. However, Colin did barely touch it, moving that direction. Good block. Great discipline shown by our champion, Colin Cummings.
Sideways, Colin's puck.
All right.
Ready?
Colin now with the possession. 2-2. Great block by Munoz. Another good block by Munoz. He's got to retain that possession, though.
Yeah. You got to block it and get it.
Yep.
It's a waste if you block it and just give it right back.
2-2.
Yep.
Play.
All right.
3-2.
Right wall over. 3-2 now for Colin Cummings.
There's
Followed
the cross.
There's that cross.
And that cross pairs
4-3.
really well with the left wall under.
Colin said he has one of those too.
That's not a shot that works well on Colin. That's a
There we
shot.
go. 4-4 now. Great block there. Ended up with the puck. Huge point right here
Yeah,
for
he needs
Munoz.
to go that left wall under again.
Colin snagged it there. He's got to match his intensity. All right.
Jacob needs to go right back to the way he started this game. That same drift, diagonally, get behind the puck. Not that drift.
Good get there by Munoz.
That
beautiful
drift.
right wall bank.
Off the table.
Ended up getting that puck back.
Sandy, please. Score is 5-4 Jacob.
Another little unforced error. Looks like Colin really just knocked that one off the table.
Ready.
All right.
Point.
Everyone wants to see a fight here. This crowd will go nuts if Jacob
No,
wins
don't.
this.
That's
Score is 5-4 Jacob. Collins puck.
All right, Colin will get this possession.
Ready, sir. Point.
Great discipline there. Needs to set it up correctly here. A little too early on that.
5-5.
Colin made him pay. It's now 5-5. Colin's
Munoz's
two-way.
Achilles heel against him has just been shot selection.
Yep.
When he makes good shot selections and shots that pair well together and just stick with him, he's having success.
Great block by Munoz.
5-5. Jacob's puck. Ready.
Amazing shot and a great block. I mean, Munoz is so capable. Just there it is. Another strong, powerful shot. Tournament point now for Colin.
He needs to go left wall.
Oh my God! What a
I got
get!
over there by line judge. Line judge said that.
What happened?
I'm not sure. It's an interesting turn of events there. And that is the match, ladies and gentlemen.
That was a good shot selection by Colin there.
Yeah.
Going with the right wall over when he'd been hitting with power banks all match long.
All match long.
Well done.
Wow. Congratulations, Colin Cummings.
Absolutely. Great job.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly, that's a record. Colin lost one game the entire tournament.
Wow.
Till now, the record was 2. That's massive.
Yeah, that was amazing. Amazing feat. Wow. Congratulations again, Colin Cummings,
this is only
our
place.
2024 Air Hockey World Champion. Okay, yep.
Here with Colin Cummings, the 2024 World Air Hockey Champion. You have now a record, but I don't know if it's the one you're thinking of. But you only lost one game in the entire tournament.
Yep.
Up till now, the record was 2, and so that's been a long-standing record, like 40 years. Well done. Great job.
Thank you.
Dominating air hockey. I really want to know about the 3 weeks that Connor came out. Is that part of it? Did it grind you back into like searing air hockey shape?
Yeah, I mean, Connor is like just as athletic as me. He learned my offense, and then I had to come up with some new tricks that I don't think Jacob had seen before, which just...
Yes, well, I don't know if I'd call it a trick, but I would call it a trick the way you were doing it, is you had a right wall under and a left wall under from virtually the same spot on the table, and you were hitting it like a hammer both ways.
Yeah.
That's deadly.
Yep, I wanted that left wall under from top right of center.
Yes, it's so, it's just so powerful, so difficult to block, especially when someone normally does a right to center, and if you're able to somewhat on the early part of that drift pound in a left wall under, it's unblockable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you did that a lot. That was great. Okay, well, how do you feel?
I feel good.
Yeah.
This is probably the least air hockey I've played at a tournament in a long time.
Right. Well, I hear you, man. I mean, we were just kind of like sitting wondering, like, is anybody going to challenge you? And for how long can this last?
I don't know. I don't know if I can do this again. I didn't play doubles, so I had fresh arm. That was literally the best I felt, going into a finals.
Right.
And throughout the whole tournament, I never had any like excuses. So, yeah,
Right.
I have no idea.
All right. Well, I have an idea. Your brother coming to Hawaii and grinding for 3 weeks. I mean, that's the way I remember getting prepared for tournaments, and it really sharpens you. And to me, it was obvious. So well done, congratulations. I guess we'll see. We'll see how long. You know, I was saying on the mic earlier, I'm like, I mean, I don't want Colin to lose because he's a nice guy and he's our champion and he's a big part of the sport. However, you know, it would be nice to have a new champion.
Yeah. No,
That said.
Oh, I should say. Oh, you go ahead first.
Well, I was going to say, that said, I'm glad. I think you're a wonderful champion for the sport.
Appreciate that. Yeah, my goal is for whoever beats me next, they beat the best in the world.
Okay.
And I want to make that just a goal to look towards.
That's
and
a
when
great
they
idea.
finally do
That's
it,
a great way to think about it.
When they do it, it's going to be amazing.
Yes. It's not. It's so basically, they will feel true accomplishment, not like they beat Colin because he just wasn't in practice anymore.
Yes, exactly.
I love it. Keep it up.
Thank you.
All right.